Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Well, last time, we took our first bit of damage, but I'm gonna say, it was very much worth it. Because seriously, the riot gear just looks really damn cool. And as for today, right, ultimately, I want to make my way to Novac, and that means, yes, hitting the open road, though that's not actually my first destination today. Instead, I want to take a brief diversion to the Mojave Outpost, though, okay, that might be a little bit more complicated than it initially sounds. Because you see, the outpost may look nice and nearby, it's right beyond those statues right there, but, yes, let's just say this big open plain can be a little bit more tricky than it might initially appear, because, for some reason, this place is absolutely cooking swimming in all sorts of different enemies. So okay, I can't see any right now, but yes, when we moseyed over to the right to make our way to Lonesome Road last episode, we did see, over on the high ground, yeah, plenty of feral ghouls swarming about. And if you make it past them even further in that direction, then you hit the rad scorpions. Over on the left, meanwhile, the big open dried lake bed here, that's Ant Central, which leaves just the road down the centre. And in a way, this is probably the safest option, particularly at night, so I am glad that, yes, it is suddenly at night here. But it's not entirely without risks either, so there we go, just mosey forward a bit there. And you can see in the distance, right, there's different groups of potentially hostile individuals floating about here. That's a couple of convicts, who I'm pretty sure are hostile to you by default. And that over there, who just ran behind that building, that's, hang on, are you a jackal or a viper? You're one of the two, but the point is you're much nastier than, like, you know, the convicts we've been seeing around Prim so far. So as a result of that, yes, a fight is probably about to kick off here, where that guy wanders over to that building and gets ambushed by the jackal and or viper, or to be precise, two of them. There's two hiding right round the corner, and there we go. His friend starts walking in too, albeit very delayed, and yeah, what we want to do is just let that fight end for a second, and then sneak on by without causing any trouble. So there we go, he's going around the corner right about now. We can sneak in a little bit closer, though. Why is there no fight going on right now? Hang on. Am I so far away that, like, the jackals haven't properly activated or something? Because this is not what I was expecting to say. Okay. This is, oh, hang on! Okay, it would appear the jackals have woken up. Good. And they are now going to be shooting, yes, the two convicts. So those convicts are now dead. And the reason that exists is to, yes, warn you that there might be something a bit nasty hidden around the corner. The question, though, is where are you going? Because I was kind of working under the assumption what you would do right now would be, you know, go back to hiding round. Oh, this isn't what I expected or what I wanted to say. Why are you walking this way? Okay, it's night. You're pretty good at sneaking. In fact, John, you actually properly set up for this at all? Because you're probably not, are you? No, you're still wearing the riot gear. You were just showing off. So take that off. Dress light for the time being, please. And also, get out a proper weapon so that, yeah, you can actually use that. I can't properly see you anymore, but there we go, jackals. The jackal gang leader, wearing a proper heavy armor and a 10mm pistol. But now you've decided to stand out here. Not ideal. I was hoping you'd just naff off. Back round the corner, but okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to work under the assumption that she is not going to see me at this range at night. That means we just loop around here, get around the back of her, and watch out for bark scorpions around this bit of the world. And if I go into caution, and it's, there we go, there's a bark scorpion. But yeah, they can be taken out with the baseball bat without too much trouble. So don't worry about that. She is way more dangerous. But yeah, I'm further out into the lake bed than I'd like to be in a perfect world. Okay. Just around you. We're now behind her. Line of sight matters a lot, obviously. But there's also going to be... You're sort of... no, you're turning away. Good, 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 good. There's going to be one more. There we go. Not as bad, but still decent armor. Can't see the weapon because he's obscured. That's fine. Now... just move past you. Put the weapon away, John, because, yeah, if you're not using it to VAT scan, you are sneakier in terms of sound without it. Good. Good, good, good. We should now be past you, but right, that was, trickier than it should have been, because, don't worry about detected, that's just the crows. The crows detect you, they're just neutral NPCs for some reason. Now they're gone, and we're fine, and yes, we should now be A-okay. There's going to be scorpions up by the gas station, obviously. But yeah, at this point, we should be pretty safe to just go straight up here. Follow the road at this point. We're completely safe. In fact, if anything, there might be a nice trader right on the corner here. Like, 9 times out of 10, there should be a trader and a bodyguard who will help you against, you know, any, say, bark scorpion who gets a bit too close or whatnot. Well, that's just bad luck, and no trader here today. Still, that's fine. There's definitely a trader at the Mojave Outpost. In fact, yes. That is one of the reasons I actually want to go in that direction. And here we go, entering a nice, lovely, safe territory. We have reached the Mojave Outpost. Beautiful. So, okay. I have come here primarily for one reason. And hilariously, I have no idea whether it's actually going to work out or not, because at this point, yes, I'm basically relying on the cocking a roll of a dice. So, here we go, a step inside to the barracks here, and we've got a brand new friend, Lacey. Lacey's a shop, and potentially, Lacey might just have something very, very important for me. Lacey, I'm pretty sure 100% of the time, sells the Gun Runner's Arsenal version of the baseball bat, which is important for 2 reasons. 1, it always comes in a perfect condition, which is brilliant, but 2, only the Gun Runner's Arsenal variant can take mods, and speaking of which, right, this is the point where we cross our fingers. Gosh darn it, not what I was hoping to say. So yes, Lacey can sell various baseball bat mods, but it is randomized. So on this occasion, yeah, she's selling the second best one. A cork core, meaning the baseball bat's speed is faster. Now that's good in terms of, you know, swing speed, DPS, etc, etc. But for me, the baseball bat is primarily a weapon for getting sneak attacks. So, yeah, swing speed and thus DPS over an extended period is kind of irrelevant, because at that point, I just go over to Chance's Knife, though I'll still take it. There's no reason not to, even if it's not as good as I wanted it to be, because, yeah, she's not selling the nails to put in the baseball bat, because if she had been, oh, that thing would have been a beast. But even so, it's still a very good weapon. Oh, yeah, just look at that. Purely because of the condition difference, we're already at 4 points more damage on the GRA version. Yeah, that's nice to have. Plug in the modification because I may as well, and you know what? I've not been setting hotkeys so far. I probably should. Right, baseball bat, golf club, and Chance's Knife are all set to hotkeys. Beautiful. And beyond that, aside from just stealing any booze they've got sitting around in these fridges and whatnot, I think, yes, that should be all we all. Make sure we don't get spotted stealing. The NCR might object to that, though, yeah, there was no booze in that one anyway. Yeah, I think that's all we need in here. In the other building, however... Hello there, Major Knight. I love Major Knight because, yes, he's one of the best repair people in all of New Vegas. Seriously, I don't know why this guy who's 10 minutes down the road from the starting town has a repair skill of 100, but it's nice that he does. Nolly stars a bloody hell. For only 10 caps, he could get me an extra DT on my Desperado cowboy hat. Lovely. But you know what? Just for fun, though we don't need to speak to her just yet. Yeah, Ranger Ghost is up on the roof there, and fun old fact about her, she's got a special unique greeting for you in the event you're capable of sneaking up on her. And my sneak's already pretty good, all things considered. So if I was to put on, say, my marked scout armor, and go on, boost that by another 10 using this skill magazine, because I see no reason why not. Okay, sneak up to 64. I have no idea what the threshold is to make her, you know, not be able to detect you, but I'm just gonna give it a go. Sneak up the thing, see if maybe, just maybe, she's got a special greeting for me. So, yeah, just right up behind you.
Didn't even hear you come up the ramp. You don't broadcast your movements. I like that. You a courier? If so, this might be your lucky day. If you don't mind walking a bit. And your eyes are good.
And there we go, we got the special intro. So, yes, if your sneak's pretty good, you actually impress Ranger Ghost because you were able to sneak up the ramp without her hearing you, and stuff like that makes me love New Vegas. Just tiny, tiny things where the world just reacts to the character you built. So, yes indeed, she wants me to go and check out Nipton, and we will be going to Nipton in just a second. So, I see no reason why not, Ranger Ghost. So, step the next, we want to mosey round the corner to Nipton, as I was just saying, though, okay, what we definitely do not want to do is go the direct route. That, on the contrary, is a very nasty trap for new players, because, yes, despite the friendly sign saying, hey, Nipton, go this way, follow the road, and over at Goodsprings they say, stay on the road, you'll be safe. No, you won't. Halfway along that road, though, yes, it's not actually spotted at this distance, there's a handful of ruins that are swarming in some rather nasty raiders, so we do not want to be going that way. Instead, we're going back to Prem, because you see, as dawn approaches, yeah, the route we want to go is left right here, skirting round the edge of the lake beds. The ants are located, yeah, around this area here. The raider trappy is right here, scorpions beyond them. So what we do is, yeah, sneak around the edge of the lake, because all that's around here, at least all that should be around here, is a handful of bighorners. And like coyotes, they're chill as long as you keep your distance. Just don't get too close, they don't care about you. So okay, just mosey along here, stay on the low ground. There can be a bloatfly up on the high ground just outside Prem, so we don't want to be running into that. Just keep that scanning in case something unexpected shows up, like, say, an ant out of position. But these are basic ants, not fire ants. They can't, like, you know, do flamethrower attacks on you. So if I do run into one, knock it over. Chances knife, they've got no armor. It's not so bad. We saw, yeah, bunk scorpions are down below, but they should be staying on the low ground. We should be a-okay. You can just about see, yeah, the water tower in the distance over there. If we just keep going towards that, we should be fine. Because, yeah, this area is mostly nice and quiet. So just keep on scanning, keep on moving, and watch the compass. My perception isn't terrible, so for once, so yeah, perception giving you compass ticks. Not actually the worst thing in the world. So, oh. One giant workaround. gonna be honest, buddy. You're a tiny bit in the way there. I don't want to try and sneak up on you, to be honest, no. Would I be able to kill you with a Grand Slam or two? Okay. If that's what we're doing, then, yeah. Get out the golf club. But in a perfect world, are there any others down there? If you're going that way, I'm going this way. Alright, we just want to... He's turning around now. No, no. Okay, now we go... Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. He might be detected, but yeah, he's a worker ant, not a soldier ant. He's going to be fine, and me and him are going to be so chill with each other. He doesn't want to fight. Many creatures in this game will just, like, you know, live and let live for the most part. And on this occasion, that worker ant, who's now sort of glitching into the ground or something, he's decided he doesn't want trouble. Good. Good, good, good. Now with that done, yeah, just watch out over there. There might be the odd hang-on centaur or some similar abomination. Like that pile of radiation. So avoid that. But we appear to be good, and there we go. There's the big corners. So yeah. Weapon away. Straight past this way. We should be a-okay. Okay, tiny bit of a concern from that ant, but nothing we couldn't deal with, as it turns out, though. Do not walk this way, baby big corner. Because if I get too close to, you know, the babies, obviously the parents won't be delighted. So, okay, the ants are way down in that direction. That's good. I think, yeah, the big corners just detected me for a second, but they will not care as long as I don't get too nearby to them. So that is fine. Back to hidden. And yeah, we should now be getting nice and nearby to Nipton. And luckily, there is not going to be a random firefight as I approach Nipton, because if you picked up a single star bottle cap, then yes, there's the fight between... who is it? Thomas and Caitlin, is that what they're called? You know, the girl who wants to kill that guy in order to get hold of his star cap necklace, or whatnot. But yeah, if you've not found any star caps yourself, then that event just doesn't happen, which is much, much better. So, okay. No need to worry about random bullets flying anywhere. And we have made it to flipping Nipton. Good, 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 good. That arguably was, yes, the easier stage of the journey to Novac. Before we get to that, though, okay, let's just take a moment to enjoy everybody's favourite NPC.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air! Couldn't you just drink it like booze?
Oh, Oliver Swanwick, we do love you. You're great. Tell me about the lottery, my friends.
What lottery? The lottery, that's what lottery. Are you stupid? Only lottery that matters. Oh my god, smell that air!
I do enjoy that the moment he wraps up this conversation, he just runs out into the most dangerous possible bit of the lake bed and is immediately killed by giant rat scorpions. It's just a delightful end to this tale. So, right, Mr. Swanwick, off you go. I've got business in town. There he goes, just off into where the cocking and giant rat scorpions are for no well-explained reason, though. Honestly, as I say, doesn't matter which way he's going. On this lake bed, basically anywhere will cock and kill ya. Still, in we flipping go, and we have now made it to Nipton. Though yeah, be careful, because despite being a town, kind of, this place is very much not safe. Over on the right of town, by all the trailers over there, yeah, there are bark scorpions. Only baby tiny ones, you know, I could deal with them, but I'd rather not run into any trouble at all. Still, one place we do want to mosey into, just to, you know, say hello to a local inhabitant or whatnot, is the general store right here. Purely because there's not much you can really do for the guy, and I'm not going to be giving him medics, because I want my medics, damn it. Boxcars can tell me about a nearby Legion raid camp. And there we go, that begins Booted. A very tiny mission where if you want to, yeah, you could go to a Legion raid camp and free some powder gangers. There's not much point in doing so, to be honest, but yeah, might actually be of interest to me for a slightly different reason. We'll get to that in just a second. Still, while I'm passing it by, crack open the door, loot the place, etc, etc. And for no other reason then, yeah, I'm very nearby to level 5 right now, and a level up would not be a bad thing at all. Beyond that, honestly, there's not that much of interest in Nipton. Like, you know, there's a good amount of generic loot just floating around in the various houses, but none of it's really worth the trouble of gathering up. There are, however, a couple of locations which are a bit more interesting. There's the town hall here, which in the original You Only Live Once I did go into, because there's a really nice skill book up on the top floor. But it's also filled with dogs. And I don't want to be fighting dogs in a melee YOLO. So, yeah, we're not going to be going in there on this occasion, actually. No, it's not worth the trouble. However, before we actually, like, you know, go and speak to Volpez and Coulter over there and whatnot, there is one building I do want to go and check out, because ultimately, me and the Legion need to be friends. And there are several ways to be friends with the Legion. Some of which are, yes, very small indeed, but small things that add up in the long run. Like, for example, this town contains 4 dead NCR troopers, all of which have got NCR dog tags on them. So, yeah, just a mosey in here, help yourself to these, and then keep on keeping on. Down the line, we can give those to the Legion in return for a tiny bit of reputation. And speaking of the Legion, right, here's Volpez and Coulter right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go and have a nice chat with him right now. And it's important that this guy likes us. For the simple reason that, yes, there's lots of very dangerous, nasty things that the Legion's going to want me to do. And I don't necessarily want to do those things. So, if I want these guys to like me, I've got to take everything I could get out of every single conversation I have with them.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here, especially any NCR troops you run across.
And okay, I'm extraordinarily interested in Volpez and Coulter. Why don't you tell me all about these lessons?
Where to begin? That they are weak, and we are strong? This much was known already. But the depths of their moral sickness, their dissolution, Nipton serves as the perfect object lesson.
And okay, he'll go on and on for a bit about how he, like, you know, crucified some people, burned some people, they were wicked, they deserved it, etc, etc. And when he's done giving his evil villain speech, here we go. At the end of that conversation, you finally get the option to say, I admire the purity of the Legion's justice, which is precisely what we're going to do.
It has a stark beauty, doesn't it? I'm glad you can appreciate it.
And there you go. You may have noticed in the top left there, we just picked up some Legion fame. It was only a tiny amount, so you know, it doesn't get us up to the next level with Caesar's Legion or anything. We're still neutral with those guys for the time being, but yes, the game will remember that and add it into other things we do with these guys later. So yes, given we're not going into the Nipton Town Hall, and we most definitely are not, that's all we need to do in Nipton. So we're moving on to Novac. Unfortunately, once again, the road is not safe. There's an ambush on this corner, right here. So what we're going to do instead is hang out with our new best of friends, the Legion. Because the funny old thing is, they don't want to go that route either. They just walk off into the hills. And in doing so, show you a pretty bloody good route that you could take in order to bypass the main road. Which, as I say, has got a trap on it, so that's good, though. On the way past, actually, you know what? I forgot to check the mailboxes, and I don't really want to do it now, because if I fall behind these guys, they might despawn, so... Okay, might be leaving a skill magazine behind, but that's fine. But anyway, what they're doing is, yes, going straight up into the hills, and joining it with that road just a tiny bit further along. Now, there are potentially a few things around these cliffs, but... luckily, it's pretty small-scale stuff, really. Bark scorpions and whatnot, though... funny old thing, by the way. In my experience, it's very inconsistent whether or not these guys bother to deal with nearby enemies, like say scorpions or whatnot. Sometimes, if they see an enemy, a raider, etc, etc, they will gun them the cog down. Other times they'll just sort of ignore them, or alternatively run away like a big group of cowards. So, okay. All we want to do really is, yeah, just stick with these guys and see what mood they're in. Because if we're lucky, yeah, they'll just lead me straight through the hills, deal with any trouble for me, and deliver me straight to safety on the far side. Though, okay, they also sometimes get stuck on rocks, and when that happens, you have to give them a little friendly push or whatnot. So, okay, you out of the way, please. You out of the way. There we go. He's made it past, though. Okay, now his friend's stuck. But okay, he's got free too. There we go. They've made it past. Well done for the most part. So yeah, just eyes open for any scorpions, which are not so much of a problem because these are small bark scorpions around here. Or alternatively, just occasionally you might see, yeah, a radar up in these hills. That shouldn't be a problem really. All we're doing is, oh. Okay. There's a scorpion right there. What mood are you guys in today? Like, do you feel like taking out the scorpion? Do you feel like ignoring it? Or do you feel like running away screaming? Because, seriously, you can just do any of the above on occasion. Though, okay, there's more scorpions. But yeah, they're down in, like, a cave over here. So what I'm going to do is just, oh. So I just hear a gunshot. Did one of you fire at the scorpions? I don't think you did. I'm going to go slightly on the high ground and loop around the cave. So, okay, it's ignoring today. We're in ignoring mood. They're not running away, but they're also not getting involved in any capacity. So, okay, just to clamber up those rocks there. Stay on the right. Stay away from the scorpions. And yeah, stick with... Oh, there we go. There's that raider in the distance. Don't worry about him. We just go... Oh. Okay. The scorpions have detected me, but they are like way on the low ground, so I do not think you guys can actually get to me. So I think we're fine. Now, yep, now the Legion are just running for it because they're panicking on account of the fact that danger is occurring nearby to them, but they don't want to, like, do anything about it, so... Okay. The point is, you're over there, you haven't detected me. The scorpions have, but they're stuck on the low ground, so they can't, like, you know, clamber up the rocks like I just did. But okay. Don't like being in danger and the danger... Oh, okay, never mind. They absolutely 100% did find a way to get up the thing. Weapons away to... Uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. This is probably fine. They can't follow me too far because, yes, in this game, everything's fine. But yes, in New Vegas, enemies can only roam so far. They can't go too far from where they start, which is really good because it means, yes, melee enemies, if you just run far enough away, eventually they've got no choice but to give up. Really glad I turned around just then, because otherwise that could have been really cooking bad, actually. So, okay, everything's fine. Just chased down by a giant pile of scorpions. Not a problem in the slightest, so... okay. We have made it over the ridge and here to Wolfhorn Ranch. And that's really good, because that should mean we're now a lot more flipping safe. Good. Good. Everything's fine. So, right, while we're passing by, yeah, there's a tiny bit of looting we can do here, and better discovering a Wolfhorn Ranch has just pushed me to level 5. Spot on. So, okay. This level, I need to turn my attention to lockpicking. And specifically, I need to be able to do average locks, which I know it looks like I should have no chance of doing, but, yeah. Thanks to the way perception works in this game, it's actually a lot more achievable than you might expect, because pretty much any hat gives you +1 perception. Mentat, another +2. So that's +3 perception, +6 lockpicking. So yeah, that's nice and easy. Then you've got skill magazines for another 10, meaning if I just get you up to 34, yeah, under the right conditions, I could do average lockpicking. Which is kind of important, actually, so... okay, what else do we need to do? I could get speech just up to 40. Though, actually, you know what? I think sneak is more important. Let's get sneak up to 55, because I'd rather not be detected, as I've said previously. So yes, no melee skill on this occasion. And that doesn't mean, gosh darn it, no more stealth boys. That would have been a lovely little treat after that scare. The chopper, however, is beautiful. Not a bad weapon, a nice solid DPS and whatnot. But yeah, next to Chance's knife, you just can't really justify using this thing. And also, don't forget down at the bottom there, Tumblers Today, spot on. I always forget this is here, which is very embarrassing because I didn't actually need to put all those skill points into lockpicking. Could have put another 3 into sneak. That would have been very, very nice indeed. But no, I just completely cocking forgot about that. So okay, before we turn northwards, there's one more tiny diversion I do want to make here, which is, yeah. We just step outside and turn right. At this point, it's probably just a crow detecting me, right? There's probably just, yeah, there's definitely a crow over there. That's fine. Yeah. The Legion should be gone. They've probably despawned at this point because I lost sight of them. That's fine because, yeah, there's one thing I do just want to go and grab down in this direction. Oh, never mind. Legionary recruits are 100% still there. Okay, that's not ideal because, yes, if you guys get, like, too nearby to Searchlight, you'll start fighting the NCR. Right, just keep a distance from those guys. Hopefully they'll despawn when I'm not looking at them. And yeah, also keep a distance from that trailer down there. That thing will cause some Vipers to spawn in an ambush. But if you don't go inside it, it doesn't happen. So, okay. Ignore that. Instead, that small structure dead ahead. We just want to nip in there, grab something, then get straight back out again. And there shouldn't be anything up here, because this bit of land is kind of reserved for the Vipers when they spawn in, like, you know, during the ambush. So, as a result of that, if you don't spawn them in, this is just a nice, safe, empty bit of land. Lovely. But yes, what we're looking for is this old, broken-down farm right here. And right, there are animals, but they're just malnourished Brahmin and bighorners, so they're cool. No trouble with them whatsoever. And there should be... hang on. There's definitely a second barn around here. Luckily, yeah, malnourished creatures are so exhausted and sad, they will not attack you, even if you get right up to them. So, yeah. Weapons away. No trouble, folks. No trouble. There we go. We've made it to this farmer here. Now, which barn is it I want? I think it might be the other one. I know what I'm looking for is somewhere up here. Never mind. The Wasteland Survival Guide. There we flipping go. The skill book for the survival skill. Okay. Survival, obviously not a big skill for me, most of the time, given it primarily affects, yes, hit point recovery from food and drink, which is what I'm literally not doing. However, there are a few things it can help with, in particular, crafting certain consumables, and on top of that, just a handful of other uses too. So, yeah, given those animals are nice and chill, it's worth just popping in here to grab that. And with that, just for safety, yeah, we can now teleport straight back to Wolfhorn Ranch, because that place is pretty much always completely 100% safe. So, that done, right. Now we're moseying northwards, and who the cock are you? Just a completely random prospector. Okay, no trouble whatsoever. I just don't like seeing things I wasn't expecting when I'm doing You Only Live Once, okay? The point is, yes, the road to Novac is, once again, very much not safe. It's just a series of cooking ambushes in a row. So, what we're going to do right now is mosey over here. And when we get to the top of this here bridge... you guys spawned earlier, didn't you? When I was, like, down there. Sorry, you guys have already spawned in. Say hello to, yes, a smaller NCR-aligned trade caravan who I'm going to be speaking to very quickly, just in case you guys have got anything good on you. I mean, they've got a baseball bat upgrade. Not the one I cocking wanted, but still... seriously, why is everybody selling every baseball bat upgrade, but the one I actually cocking need? You know what? Fine. I will buy that because increased condition just means that, yeah, it's going to stay in good condition longer, and good condition means more damage. So, it is a good thing, it's fine. Check the other trader as well, though... hang on, have you got the same infantry on you? No, it's different. But, gosh darn it, still no cocking a baseball bat nails. Well, I'll take some more nice perception boosting of booze while I'm passing by. But okay, before these guys take any more steps forward, because in a moment stuff's gonna get real, yes, these guys are walking into a Legion ambush right now. So the Legion will run forward and attempt to murder them. And these guys will fire back with 10mm pistols. I think sometimes one of them's got a laser weapon or something. So, yes, the fight can very much go either way. Kind of just depends who gets lucky, who decides to focus down a particular target, etc, etc. So, if these guys win, basically, I could just follow them down the road, and they can deal with any trouble that pops up on the way, because there's even more cooking ambushes between me and my destination. If they lose, however, which they very much could do, at that point I'm on my own, and then I've got to go over to plan B. So, basically, good luck, guys. But yes, I just want to get up on the high ground, because I do not want to be in the way when bullets, etc. start flying. So, get up to here. And yeah, you can see some Legion over there. There's more hidden behind that rock. So, okay. When you guys going to open a fire? There we go, they've opened a fire. Sue come in with a bit of a flank right there. That first guy is being focused down. He gets staggered by, yes, having a limb crippled. He's dead, so he's gone down first. So, okay, this is looking promising for these guys right here. The problem is, once they do get nice and close, yes, then stuff could start getting nasty. Number 2 goes down, number 3 goes down. Oh, this is a slaughter by the NCR. I think they got very lucky, by the way, which is... yes, basically, some of these guys got staggered by crippled limbs very early on in the fight. And now that guy's literally running for it. Well done, guys. So, okay, cocking NCR slaughter on this occasion. Right, Legion gets looted, but on top of that, do not forget, over by the sign here, there's a bright follower, who can very conveniently drop, yes, energy weapons. Energy weapons have got quite some cocking value to them, so... right, grab that, that's good. Also, John, why are you using the basic baseball bat when you've got a better... okay, just sell the basic baseball bat, John, so you don't accidentally do that again in future. Right, so all the stuff we just picked off of the corpses that you yourselves created, beautiful. And that gets us another 600 caps, so, okay. Back up to 3 grand. Lovely. So, okay. Step 1, just stay at the rear. There's going to be some mole rats up on the right who will just charge forward and be torn to shreds. And then a billboard slightly further down the road with some raiders behind it. There's also, yes, a much bigger group of raiders way off to the left, but... I was about to say, they never get nearby to the road, so, you know... you'd never need to worry about them. Who precisely? Okay, this random NCR troopers here today. Sometimes you do see NCR troopers just around this road. So, okay, that's fine. You guys are cool, no problem. So yeah, sometimes if the NCR show up, then that could be an even bigger slaughter in terms of, yes, these guys versus the Legion. So okay, we should be getting in nearby to, yeah, mole rat territory right now, and... who's firing right now? Okay, it's you! Sorry, I thought it was the NCR. So, there we go. Mole rats are coming out, being absolutely torn to flipping shreds there. So, yeah. There's the billboard, which is... I swear it's not normally one mole rats. That concerns me. There could be more mole rats, so right, don't get like too far behind or anything. But yeah, stay focused on the billboard up ahead. All I want now is for you guys to take out that last group of raiders behind the billboard. Because once you've done that, I can just walk to Novac, and it should not be a problem. That's just a mercenary, that's fine though. They don't appear to have noticed the raiders. Like, normally I'd expect them to have already gone behind the billboard, having detected aforementioned. Oh, hang on. Well, they figured something's going on, so right. Now, unfortunately, oh, blimey, oh dear. This could be going wrong, by the way, because I've definitely just seen, yes, one of those traders being, like, exploded or something, so... Okay, we've got... Oh! This is not what I was expecting to say. Where the cock are the usual raiders? So... Okay, if there's proper, like, you know, legionary veterans or whatnot, they're probably gonna tear these guys apart if I had to guess, but... No, seriously. What happened to the raiders who are normally behind that billboard? This is not what I was expecting to see. Did you guys kill those raiders? I don't know, but... Okay, there's that mole rat. Oh, this has just turned into nonsense. So the mole rat's attacking... everybody, wherever the mole rat just came from. This is not how this is supposed to go. Like, at all. So... Actually, I mean, I will give you. I would have expected a veteran legion to absolutely tear you guys apart, but... with a mole rat assisting you, somehow, you appear to be winning. So... No, seriously, what happened to the cocking raiders? This is... None of this is how this is supposed to go. Why does everything go completely not how it's supposed to go the moment we're doing YOLO? So, everything's fine. The mercenaries are dead. We can just help ourselves to their stuff. That's A-okay. More whiskey too. Everybody loves whiskey. Okay, just... No, seriously, what the cock just happened? Okay, don't worry about it, John. It's all fine. Just loot literally everybody. There's more bright followers. Good. Help myself to loads of microfusion cells and his weapons and... No. Whoa. What's left? What the cock is even left at... Okay. No, seriously, what's left? There's two red things. I don't know what they are. What the cock could they be? I could pop a stealth point. Because they could be those raiders who are supposed to be up by the billboard because God only knows what's happening today. I have spare stealth boys. I don't want to pop a stealth boy. But this is what they're for. If you might suddenly be in trouble, this is what... Yeah, this is what we're doing. I am going to do a flipping stealth boy. And I hate that I have to use a stealth boy. And I say have to. This could just be two mole rats. In which case I could 100% just deal with them. But this is what they're for. And we're back to hidden. Now, what the cock is going on here? Because now there's more gunfire, it was. It's cocking and Night Stalkers! None of this is supposed to be happening! Okay, well I'm glad I used the cocking stealth boy because Night Stalkers could be run-enders. They are vicious bastards. So, have I got the cocking Pip-Boy light on? I flipping did! Good! Good. Everything's fine. Right, so basically, everybody's dead because of absolute cocking nonsense. Okay, help myself to literally all of this. I've got like 5 minutes with... Did you kill a Night Stalker and then like grab its tail? as loot, because none of this is supposed to... Well, there's the gunslinger. Okay, so that's what happened to you. You're just over here, or rather your head is, so I'll be having, yes, some psycho or whatnot, so... I have literally never seen that version of events play out before. As it turns out, yes, playing very carefully and activating the stealth boy, that was the right thing to do. So, right, that's the Night Stalker over there. And there should be more raiders in that direction. But yes, Flip only knows today. I have no idea what's going on. So, just tell myself to all of this, and then... How about we just mosey on? Because, yes, just pure nonsense has kicked off today, and I've decided I want no cooking part of it. So, I was about to say, rest of the road completely safe, and don't worry about it, we can now just stroll happily to Novac. I mean, Flip only knows today because complete nonsense is occurring. You see, something's going on now. It's another Viper gunslinger. Just being chased down by, you know what? Not getting involved in the slightest. Just take advantage of this moment's peace that I've got, thanks to Stealth Boys, and move on. Okay? This has been absolutely complete cocky chaos, and I want no further part in it. Okay. We have made it to cocking Novac. I feel more relaxed now. That was, yes, slightly stressful, as it turns out. Like, more stressful than I was anticipating. Still, I would say having made it to Novac, how about we call it a part there? But next time... Right. This is the point where, in some ways, yes, this game really starts opening up a bit. We've got the Retcon test site over to the west. We've got Nelson to the east. Helios 1 is barely up the road to the north. And then, of course, you know, we could also just mosey onwards and try and make our way straight to the outskirts of Vegas proper. So, yeah, there is a lot we could have flipping and choose to do next. And I was about to say I have a plan. I did have a plan. But yes, one, I've got more stealth boys than I thought I was going to have at this point. So in theory, that means I could take some slightly larger risks. But on the other hand, I've just received a very significant lesson on the importance of, yeah, having those emergency stealth boys. So, okay, I'm genuinely not sure what it is I ought to be doing next at this point. So, join me next episode, and we shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been a Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet though, I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.